hello to everybody. Welcome to Ukraine. Welcome to Lviv. Welcome to the Institute for Condensed Matter Physics, where we start our event, which we name Ising Lectures, which is annual workshop in criticality and complex systems. And this year, because of the war, we have the workshop online. But you know, in spite of the war, the life goes on in Ukraine, and the science tries to continue its tradition, and we physicists also try to work to do our best working. The workshop is organized by the Institute for Condensed Matter Physics of the National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine, and I have the pleasure and honor to invite our director, Professor Taras Brik, to tell you several words.
Thank you, Yurko. Dear colleagues, it's my great pleasure to take part in this opening of the this year edition of Ising Lectures. This time, this is 26th time when Yurko started organizing this workshop. And just for those who are not familiar with our institute, so till 1990, we were a part of Bogolyubov Institute for Theoretical Physics. And since 1990, we have been the purely theoretical institute for condensed matter physics, which is specialized, which is focused on theory of phase transition, theory of soft matter, complex networks, and computer simulations of condensed matter. And it's my great pleasure to welcome lecturers from several countries, especially from Germany, France, Austria, United States. It is a great opportunity for our young colleagues to listen lectures on modern directions in theory of phase transitions and in theory of complex networks by well-known experts. You know, we have now very difficult times, and many of our young colleagues, due to the war, cannot travel abroad. And this is a very good possibility for them to be acquainted with those new tendencies in these theories. Also, I wish you all very nice lectures and nice discussions. And I would like to express my hope that we will not be interrupted by some missile alarm. You know, this is a sad reality in Ukraine now. And this is for the third time, I guess, during the war, we have this third time Ising lectures. And every time I expressed our hope that maybe next year we will meet on site live here in Lviv for the next edition of Ising Lectures. Let's hope for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Taras. Our workshop started in 1997. Then still Ernst Ising was alive, and we dedicated the first meeting to his birthday, and we sent him birthday greetings. Next year, Ernst Ising passed away, and since then, always in May, we have these Ising lectures. And the reason for us to start this was because we met Professor Kobe from University of Dresden, who visited Ernst Ising in the United States. He visited Ernst Ising, his wife, and told us the very interesting and exciting story of Ernst Ising life. And today I'm very happy that Professor Kobe is present here, and he agreed to tell us several words during the opening ceremony. You're welcome, Professor Kobe.
Thank you, dear friends of Ising Lectures in Lviv. First and foremost, I would like to thank Professor Yuri Holovac and his team for their commitment and courage in ensuring that the workshop series Ising Lectures can take place in Lviv in 2024. This series has a long tradition and brings together researchers from all over the world to share their results on critical phenomena and complex systems from the statistical point of view in memory of Ernst Ising. This year too, we are all emotionally connected to the conference venue live in the country Ukraine, which is partly occupied by a foreign aggressor. Ernst Ising also had to experience living in a country that was occupied by a foreign aggressor. After the pogroms against the Jewish population in Germany in November 1938, he decided to leave Germany together with his wife Johanna. They initially traveled to Luxembourg with the aim of immigrating to the United States. In Luxembourg, they waited for permission to immigrate to USA. The waiting time was usually many months, and before it was over, the German army invaded the small country. This was exactly on 10th of May in 1940, Ising's 40th birthday. In 1943, he was obliged to perform forced labor. He had to leave the family early in the morning to dismantle railway tracks on the former Maginot line from the First World War. This was needed for the German war aims in the East. He only returned home late in the evening. As the Allies approached in 1944, his wife hid short notes with information about the front line between two slices of bread. She had obtained them overnight by secretly listening to the London radio BBC. As the front line drew nearer, hope sprouted, and Mersch was liberated on 10th of September 1944. Mersch was a small town where the family lived. It lasted for more than 2 years before they made the crossing to the United States, where Ising spent the longest time of his life. So yes, let me make share the screen. Perhaps it is possible. Okay, yes. The 26 Ising lectures begin today in Lviv. This comes 100 years after the defense of Ising's doctoral thesis. Ising was 24 years old when he defended what is undoubtedly one of the most famous dissertations in physics. He had 3 ingredients for this work: intuitions, diligence, and an excellent supervisor. Some may think that the thesis received too much credit because it contains a misinterpretation at its end concerning the transition from the one-dimensional model to the two-dimensional model. But there are still surprises 100 years after its creation. For example, I only recently learned from a manuscript by Reinhardt and Urey that Ising's combinatorial approach is linked to elements of modern statistical methods, such as the transfer matrix method. With this in mind, I wish the 26th workshop on critical phenomena and complex systems, the 2024 Ising lectures a good start and every success.
Thank you very much, Professor Koba. Thank you very much. Maybe somebody else wants to say us something at the beginning. If not, we pass to the session. Please, if there are volunteers, you're welcome.
Can I say just a few words?
Yes, please.
There was another German scientist, I would say physicist or mathematician, Rudolf Peierls, who indeed who was forced to publish an article with the title "Solution of the Ising model," and it was, and he was also forced to leave his homeland, and he did this in the UK. And this fact, from that time, there is in mathematical physics there is a method which is called contour method or Peierls method, and I don't know why, but it is not so known as, for example, Onsager's result on the Ising model, and it would be very interesting to compare this and to analyze. I mean, this recent work by Yuri and Reinhard about this Ising combinatorial calculations, and Peierls calculations were also combinatorial. And so maybe it might be very interesting to compare all this stuff. So
thank you.
Once again, we should appreciate and these efforts. So as Yuri said, 27 years ago, he started this event called Ising Lectures.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Kozycki. And that's why we organize these lectures. Already during the opening session, we have some ideas to follow in the future in our research. So now let us pass to our session. Every day we will have 2 lectures, and every day there will be 2 chairpersons for each lecture. One chairperson is from here, from Lviv. One chairperson is from another place. Today, the chairpersons will be Professor Yuri Kozycki from Maria Curie Skłodowska University in Lublin, Poland, and Dr. Oksana Dobush from our Institute for Condensed Matter Physics. With all this said, chair is yours, Oksana and Yuri.